Good evening, it's Thursday, July 9, 2026. Today I have a video that will go into what happens when you end up neglecting your trees. I usually have watered my trees every day, but I've had a family situation to handle, so I'm not at the house as often as I want to be, and I'm probably watering the trees a couple times a week. So this is the one that I think took the brunt of the dryness, because this bacon was over there in the sun and it lost most of its old leaves. I don't have any on this main stem anymore, but it's reflushing. So I'm learning bacon is not especially drought tolerant, and be careful leaving it in the sun. Most of these other trees are handling it relatively well. You can see some crispness here in this Zutano. And here's one of my seedlings from a few years ago. It seems to be handling it pretty good. Another one of my survivor seedlings. This one's drooping a bit. I think I do have slightly sandier soil for that one. Here's my Shiranui mandarin. It had a few tiny fruits and they dropped out. And there's some minor yellowing here, but it looks healthy. This large fig's doing okay. Here's one of my seedlings I bought from Oliver Moore. And I think in an earlier video I described this as very slow to flush, but I finally got a good cluster of leaves on the top of it. Getting a few down here. So this still has the potential to broaden out a bit. I will say I think Oliver's trees are pretty hardy all around, both drought and cold. Here's a G1 seedling from one of the seeds I planted from Oliver. There's the little Gloria tree I got from Oliver, so I'm fortunate that's doing okay in a small pot. Here's my starfruit, and starfruit has a reputation of needing frequent watering. So apparently, every 3 days or so, it can manage that. Here's another seedling I got from Oliver. And don't see any yellow in there, it's pretty good. Here's my small Lila seedling. It lost most of the old leaves, but new growth is here. And there's a larger Lila seedling. And looking around, another survivor down here. Another survivor. This is this funny boat leaf plant that I was isolating for a while. I had to clip it here because ambrosia beetles got into it. So it was a protection measure to stop the infection from spreading. So it does have branches, it's hanging on. I'm still curious what this will turn into someday. Another survivor, this is one that I've described in the past. It's very prone to grow tall. So I've been doing a little pinching up in here to stop it from going so high. I'd like it to broaden out. This fig dropped all its leaves and they've grown back. Here are my kumquats. I don't see any flowers in this Nagami yet, so maybe I've got some emerging, so I need to be patient. This little variegated kumquat is kind of a mystery because this growth is very fast. It has less variegation in it. Here's one variegated leaf, but they mostly just look green. So it's easy to suspect that might be rootstock, but I'm not sure, because where that branch comes from is some of the cultivated wood. But still, it doesn't look like what it should. This is the actual budwood, and for certain. So I'm gonna leave it alone, see if it flowers. If it's rootstock, I can always cut it away. Back in here, I've got this Mexicola that I've been struggling with. I replaced about 45% of the soil, and I need to get busy on the rest. But it just seems to be hanging on. I lost last year's leaves. It still kept the flush from this spring. but I'd really like to get a second flush on it. It does have some small green buds in there, so there's still reasonable hope I can get a second one. So this is just going to take more care and attention, and we'll find out what happens with it. So that's my story. When I'm ready for another video, I'll be back. Bye, everybody.